Here we have a problem in trigonometry. Okay, let's go with the question. If sine theta equals to 3 over 5 and the angle theta is in the second quadrant, then find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions at angle theta. Okay, so according to Secretto, the formula for sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, here in our question, we have sine theta is equal to 3 over 5. So opposite over hypotenuse equal to 3 over 5. So that is for opposite side, we can consider this 3 as length, and for hypotenuse, we can consider this 5 as length. Okay, now let me draw a right triangle. Okay, here I have drawn a right triangle, and we have right angle over here, and I consider the angle measure theta over here. So the side which is opposite to the angle measure theta is considered to be opposite side in a right triangle, and the side which is opposite to the right angle is considered to be hypotenuse. The third side is called as adjacent. Okay, here from the given information we get the opposite side equals to 3. So this side is 3, and the hypotenuse is 5, and adjacent side we do not know. Okay, to get the values of other 5 trigonometric functions, we must be knowing the length of adjacent side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume the length of the adjacent side as x. So to get the length of adjacent side x, we have to use Pythagorean theorem. So according to Pythagorean theorem, if I square the lengths of these two legs, that must be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So the square of adjacent side is x square. The square of opposite side is 3 square. So it has to be equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is 5 square. So x square positive 3 square is 9, and 5 square is 25. Okay, let's subtract 9 from both sides. Positive 9 negative 9 will cancel out. I get x square equals to 16. So to get rid of the square, I'm taking square root on both sides. So the square root and square root cancel out. I get x equals to square root of 16 is 4. So the length of the adjacent side is 4. Okay, and also one more important thing we have to remember, that is we have to remember that ASTC concept. So ASTC concept means A refers to the first quadrant, and S refers to second quadrant, and T refers to the third quadrant, and C refers to the fourth quadrant. So that means A refers to the first quadrant, means all in the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios. A means all trigonometric ratios are positive in the first quadrant. And for the second quadrant, we have the letter S. S means only sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive in the second quadrant. So the rest are negative. That means like cosine, secant, tangent, cotangent. Okay, so for the third quadrant, we have the letter T. T means the tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are positive in the third quadrant. The rest are negative. And for the fourth quadrant, we have the letter C. C means in the fourth quadrant, the cosine and its reciprocal secant. Only these two trigonometric functions are positive. The rest are negative. Okay, now we know the lengths of all the 3 sides of this right triangle. We can start finding the values of the other 5 trigonometric functions. Okay, so first let me find the cosine theta. So the formula for cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Here the adjacent side, the length of the adjacent side is 4, and the length of the hypotenuse is just 5. But in second quadrant, because the question says theta is in the second quadrant. So in second quadrant, only sine and its reciprocal cosecant are positive. So the rest are negative. So cosine also must be negative in the second quadrant. So for this value 4 over 5, we have to take negative 4 over 5. Okay, now let's find the value of tangent theta. So for tangent theta, according to Secretto, we have the formula opposite over adjacent. Okay, in this right triangle, the opposite side is 3 and the adjacent side is 4. So we get 3 over 4. So the same thing. So in second quadrant, we have the only sine and cosecant are positive. So the rest are negative. So here tangent must also be negative. So we have to take negative sign for this value. For this value 3 over 4. Okay, now I got cosine and tangent. I have to find 3 more trigonometric functions, that is cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Okay, so cosecant theta. So cosecant actually is a reciprocal of sine. So whatever value we have for sine, we have to take reciprocal for this one to get the value of cosecant theta. So the reciprocal of 3 over 5 is 5 over 3. So the value of cosecant theta is 5 over 3. And the next one is secant theta. Secant is a reciprocal of cosine. So here already we have the value of cosine, that is negative 4 over 5. For secant, it will be negative 5 over 4. So I take negative for this fraction and I take this negative sign as it is to get the value of secant theta. And cotangent is a reciprocal of tangent. So cotangent is equal to the reciprocal of this value, which is negative 4/3. So already the value of sine is given, sin theta is given, that is 3 over 5, and I got the remaining 5 trigonometric functions: cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent.